Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We're so happy you're here. Tonight is Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. Our very, very, very special guests are two great friends of mine that just happen to be incredibly talented and wonderful people. My first guest is Steve Goren. He has written a book, and I cannot wait to hear about it. It looks amazing. And then Melissa Driscol, who you know I work with at the Stonewall Inn, and she is doing a brand new show at Green Room 42. So, Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish, small pond, got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Welcome to our show tonight. So, what a week it was. It was actually a pretty okay week. There's always drama. These days, there is always drama, but I feel like good people are doing great things in the world. And I love to continue to recognize that great that greatness in my friends and people in the world and all that stuff. So, speaking of great, look at all our wonderful people that are already checked in. Lori Towers, Tuesday can never come fast enough. I agree, Lori. Lori Towers and her wonderful husband, John Pietero, who says, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for some sanity today. John, we're old enough to know what that reference comes from. I think about him all the time. I think about that character all the time, by the way. Um, and so John and Lori are maybe Leo wants them. Leo, are you able to pop in and tell everybody about John and Lori? I love them. Leo loves them. They're our friends. They are music historians. They're DJs. They're musicians. They are interviewers. They're writers. Lori's a publicist, and they are every Wednesday night on WFMU. Beneath the Underground on Sheena's Jungle Room. So you go to www.fmu.org. It is a radio station. Go ahead, Leo. Oh, wow. Oh no, my
Go
little
to
thing.
WFMU.org. Follow
I
the.
moved my little thing because I wore it the other day and I left it right by the.
We're hypnotizing. We're hypnotizing the
I love it.
audience.
So tell everybody about
Listen to
Lori's.
WFMU.org
I
every
love it.
Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night. And you can also get some wonderful jewelry to axe the oligarchy. I'm not bitter,
That's right.
but axe
So
the oligarchy.
Lori also is started a jewelry line, and so thank you, Lori. We love your stuff. It's very rock and roll wear, I would say. So I have my little arrowhead, and I was wearing it the other day, and I loved it. My kids loved it too. My kids at school. Okay, so let me see who's Ed Koo. Speaking of school, Ed Kutu, my friend from high school. We went to high school together, and he now runs Blade Salon in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. If you are out that
Ed,
way, you want to get your hair did, go see Eddie. Eddie was one of
Ed,
the. Ed, was he a? Well, he'll always be. I know, I know. Me too. My hair is so long because I usually have my sister cut it, and I haven't been home in like 4 months. I mean, home is Massachusetts for her to cut it, and I have not been there for like over 4 months. Just get too busy. Rena Crignali, hello and happy Tuesday. Sudi Ricaritas, hi Maria and Leo. Rena says, Leo, why am I standing in my kitchen clucking like a chicken now? What happened?
we just hypnotized her. That's why.
Oh,
Sometimes if you don't get all the words, you cluck like a chicken.
that's what happens. So anyway, we there's a bunch of things we want to talk about before we bring our guests on. So Leo, you have a great friend who was on our show many years ago, who's a sweetheart. We're going to have him back on the show, but why don't you tell us about a project he's working on? Go ahead.
Well, a lot of you guys know that I worked for U camps for a good 10 years. And Doug started the camp, and I came in as musical as an assistant director, teaching musical theater and campfire and working with the kids. These were teenagers, high schoolers mostly, and then they started some off theater camps for third through fifth grade. And that's where they call me Paps. That's my nickname for about 400 to 500 kids that met me during that time. Anyway, so Doug has started because those feelings were so good. Because you get, well, Maria, you know, there's
I
this
do
camp
know.
high that you
I
have when
know.
you're at
I do
camp. It's
know.
a euphoria for a utopia, pretty
Yeah.
much. It's, you know, and anybody
I
that
went
has
to
a
theater
camper has been
camp
to
as a
camp.
kid at Tufts College,
Yeah.
and it changed the trajectory of my life. Yeah.
And every camp has their own, you know, their own utopia. It's ideal, you know, and whatever you want to do, you go to those focuses in camp, whether it's nature or, and the camp that we did was nature and theater and rock band and improv and art and so many wonderful, wonderful kids who are now adults. And one of the reasons that I left that camp is because they started taking over. The kids loved it so much that they started filling in the jobs. And when I was already living in New York, instead of going back and forth every summer, then I was like, they would tell me that, Paps, we got it done. And I'd say, well, let me go do this. And they're like, Paps, go sit down. We have it done. So these kids are the legacy to it. And so Doug wants to recreate that energy again. You know, what they say, history rhymes, right? So maybe it's not going to be the same exact thing, but the same feelings of care and
Absolutely. And paying it forward, and then that ripple effect of good things in the world,
yep. And
you
so
know?
I'm trying to get this on right now. Let me see if I can. Oh, let me see. Okay. So he put a little video together, and he's gathering money to put it together. And I'm trying to play the beginning of this part right now,
Okay.
and hopefully it will come up. And
Yeah, you had it before, so I'm sure it's right there, ready to go.
yeah, but it's not. It's giving me trouble. So
Okay, so
let's.
while we're gonna have Doug on in a
Well,
few weeks,
yeah.
you'll have to reach out to him, and we will have him on. And you know, I love California. I'm crazy about California. Judy and I have been out a few times. She's been out a bunch of times, but she has joined us, Eugenia Mesa Dominguez.
Delicious, but as much as
Yeah, and also, I just love California. I think it's like, oh, it's so beautiful.
it is, it's. I mean, it has its wonderful moments, but it's. Oh, there we go. Here, you can hear it. Nope, it decided not to because it's
Okay,
made a
well,
big.
don't worry, we'll get back to it, and we'll have Doug come on.
I've
What I
created
do,
a three-phase plan for
There it is.
developing the property. First,
There we go.
as a
And we'll go back to
glamping
the
site,
beginning.
and the Hi everyone, my name is Doug Semblin, and I'm buying the property at 2900 Carson Street in Upper Lake, California. I've created a three-phase plan for developing the property. First, as a glamping site, and the long-term goal is to turn the property into a camp and retreat center, focusing on youth, arts, outdoors, mental health, and physical health.
So there we
I
go.
love that. I love that. That's beautiful. Oh, man, I want to go to that camp. I love that.
And I showed you some pictures before of the sunset and the lake, and
Oh my
that's where he
God,
lives up by there. Isn't that beautiful?
stunning. Yeah, is that closer to Northern California?
Yes, that's up past San Francisco area.
Okay, wow, that's beautiful. And Leo is in Idlewild, which is up
Yep,
there.
I'm down by
That's-
Palm Springs.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, I watched the Super Bowl, of course. My Patriots did not win. And I was telling Steve earlier, that's okay. They've won a ton of times over the years. And, you know, the Seattle Seahawks, they really showed up and they deserve to win. G. Enrique, our friend G. Enrique, is from Seattle. So a shout out to G. I'm glad your team won, honey. And, you know, we'll be back. But I got to tell you, I loved the Bad Bunny show. I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Now, why did I love it? Do I speak Spanish? I speak a fair amount of Spanish. Italian is my first language, and then I speak English, of course. But I just loved it for so many reasons. And if you are someone that didn't get all the references, I suggest you talk to someone that did understand all the references. And I'd like a shout out to Bad Bunny for so many amazing things. First of all, the electric grid when he was climbing up that pole, that is very, very, very symbolic. You know, there's been so many things that have happened out there, and they've, in a lot of ways, Puerto Rico has been forgotten, and they roll with it and they live with it. And you know, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. I was shocked to think that a lot of people don't know that. But
Since
so when you
1917. Oh my God.
yes, it's not like 1970. You know, it's like 1917, which means that Puerto Rican soldiers have fought in our wars, and
Mhm.
many, 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 many. And I saw this amazing meme that said, um, you know, when they went and fought and died in wars, you didn't care if they spoke Spanish. So I just want to put this out there because I can't believe people are still saying ridiculous. I don't want to use the word stupid, but I will say ridiculous things. You know, like, well, why was that show in Spanish? This is a very important point. I'm Italian. Opera that's the Italian thing, right? Opera.
Mhm.
No one ever told Pavarotti, "Hey, why don't you sing in English, man?" Nobody ever. If you don't go to an opera, and yet if Andrea Bocelli was at the Super Bowl, they will let him sing in Italian. I'm just over all the stupidity. So I loved the show. I thought there were so many amazing things. Lady Gaga, she was good. Yeah, I mean, I love Lady Gaga. She's great. But Bad Bunny and all the countries that he pulled in at the end. I mean, Judy and I were sitting on the couch and watching it. I was so moved. I was so emotional through the whole thing. That little boy that he gave the Grammy to, people were saying that it was Liam Ramos, who was a little boy with the little bunny ears that was taken in by ice, but it wasn't him. It was another little boy. And he was acting as um, the young Bad Bunny that watched TV with his dad, hoping that someday he'd be a performer. And I just love that. I loved when he gave him that. Also, there was a woman. I'm finding out all these amazing things. There was a woman that she came through the house and she gave him something like he was buying something from her. And she lives in Brooklyn. She has owned a restaurant out there for 50 years. She is a staple in the community, and he actually had her with him at the Super Bowl. I think he was so conscientious of not just his heritage, but of taking care of other people. Also, the couple that was having their wedding there
It was an
really
actual
did.
wedding.
It was
Yeah.
an actual wedding. So that was just amazing to me that they actually got married. The dancing was incredible. Pedro Pascal was there. Um, Judy pointed out that Carol G was there.
Jessica Alba was there too. I believe she was
Jessica
dancing.
Alba. Yeah, it was like a total inclusive, amazing celebration.
And do you
And
know the song that Ricky Martin sang was actually a song about keeping Puerto Rico not like what they did to Hawaii
this is my
and
super told
keeping
me
it.
this today. I didn't know that. I was talking to him about the show, and he goes, "I really like that part where Nicky Martin sang the song." And he goes, "Do you know what he was saying?" I said, I don't. Like, can you explain it to me?" And that's what he said. He said, "Don't let it become like what happened to Hawaii." And I was very moved by that. Like, there were so many intentional, beautiful messages. I thought it was incredibly well directed. I love this the cinema. I mean, the camera work was incredible. The dancing,
They
the
did a really
music,
good job.
wow, 5 stars. And I just
Inclusive,
inclusive.
inclusive all across the board.
Yeah, and like just
People dancing together,
it
old
was
people
beautiful.
together,
And
kids, everything.
Today I heard on 1010 Wins that Duolingo went up by 35% after the Super Bowl. People signing up to learn to speak Spanish. If that is not a testament to like, yeah, hey, I wish I could understand. Instead of being like, I don't know what they're saying, people 35% went up. That's how much people were saying, I want to learn, I want to know what they're saying. I want to learn to speak Spanish.
1.3 million viewership. Is that what we had? 1.3, 1.6 viewership?
131 million people tuned in that day. That day,
including the president.
Oh. I know. Apparently, he didn't see the other thing. I'm not even going to mention the other bullshit. I mean, the other stuff. Excuse my language.
The Milli Vanilli reincarnation? Sorry.
No, that was ridiculous. Listen, you know what? At this point, I just feel sorry for them. I really do. I just am like, you know, when you feel embarrassed for someone, like you see something happening and you're like, it's cringy. You're like, oh my God.
Mr. T, I pity the fool.
Right. So anyway, I'm not going to go there. Where I'm going to go is thank you to my beautiful girlfriend who explained a lot of it that I wasn't, I understand, like I said, a lot of Spanish, but not always enough to get the whole thing. Also, I learned something today. On the back of his shirt, it said Ocasio, which is his mother's last name. And not everybody knows this, but with Spanish cultures, you take your father's name is right after your first name, and then the hyphenated is your mother's name, which so Judy Eudenia Mesa was her dad, Dominguez is her mom. And I just love that because that would make me Maria Pia Gentile Savino if we did it. Yeah. So I just love honoring your mom, and I thought that was beautiful. And so I just think like the details in it are so they make me want to like tear up. They're just beautiful.
Well, I told you one that I found out today, right? About the piragua.
Yes.
Piragua is shaved ice, right? It's a snow cone, right?
Yeah.
But for this episode, for this performance, the piraguas had no ice.
I love that. I love that. So you know what?
Things.
I do believe. I know. You know, Judy always says I'm an optimist, and I am. And sometimes, you know, like my head's in the clouds because I believe that people eventually will do the right thing, and they don't always. But I do feel like there are more good people in this world than not good people, and I think that
you gotta believe, Maria.
Gotta believe, like Leo said. And we gotta stick together and stand up for each other, and just I believe in the good of mankind, good of families taking care of each other, and thank you to all my Latin friends that continue to make my life more beautiful and richer. And I love it. I love all of you. Thank you for teaching me to speak Spanish. Thank you for teaching me your culture, for feeding me, for being kind. Thank you. I just wanted to say that and get that out there. Speaking of beautiful people.
It's like we're having this shared awakening.
Yes, we are. And it's a good thing.
I saw Steve. I got a reaction for that one.
Well, that's a good way to put it, isn't it? So now, speaking of great friends that I love, that have made me feel taken care of in life, that always make me feel safe, that are just beautiful people, also very, very, very intelligent. And I just was looking on Facebook recently. Now, his wife, who is a great friend of mine, Terry Ross of Terry Ross Jewelry, incredible jewelry. And I worked for Terry for many years over the Christmas season selling her products at Bryant Park. Yep. So I would run into Steve all the time. And I know Steve as an accountant and a finance guy. So I saw on Facebook, I'm like, what is this? Steve wrote a book. I reached right out. Steve, you got to come on the show. So I cannot wait to hear about this amazing book that we can all buy. And I just can't wait. I was reading the description. I was like, whoa. So shall we bring him in? The wonderful, amazing, my friend, everybody's friend, Steve Goren. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Maria. Thank you, my wonderful friend. Yeah, I think it is just about 20 years. Oh, look at applause. I love it.
So
So
Steve, as I said, you know, you're a finance guy. To me, that's what you were, an accountant, a finance guy. I'm like blown away. What's going on, Steve? You're writing a book now?
so here's what happened. All right.
Tell me.
Um, I've actually been in technology for 40 years, my entire adult career life. Programmer, analyst, consultant, and stuff like that. And I started helping Terry about 3 years ago with her jewelry stuff, with getting it online, and starting to use AI to help with the listings that we put up. And I got
Mhm.
really fascinated with it. And then suddenly, about 7 months ago, 8 months ago, a former boss and another colleague got in touch with me and said, "What are you doing?" Because I retired from corporate life in 6 years ago. All right.
Okay.
All right. And they said, and I told them that I was helping Terry with, her jewelry business and stuff like that, and doing a lot of personal research on AI. And they said, "Well, what do you think about joining the two of us and starting an AI consulting company?" So we did. And it's called GalaxyAdvisors.ai. But
Wow.
that was the impetus to really drill deep into AI. And right now I'm like way up there. And what started me down the path of writing the book was that at a dinner with my brother-in-law, we were joking around and talking about AI. And, one of us said, "Can you imagine, an artificial intelligence on LSD, what that would do to its thinking?" So I started thinking, and then I started writing an outline about um, a doctor, and I'm going to get into what the book now really of the heart is.
Sure.
Um, Very good. I love he put up the my
Oh,
website.
Leo's the best. Leo's the best.
Thank you, Leo. But shared awakening is about a doctor named Lara Voss, who is a brilliant scientist who works for an institute and is charged with trying to get an android slash AI being to learn, think, and have emotion. In the
Mm.
process, um, they develop what's called, I don't want to call it love, but they develop a resonance. And I use that word
Wow.
throughout the book because their minds begin to have a shared resonance. And
Wow.
what happens is that Dr. Voss at one point does an induction experiment to put in the electronics version of what could happen to a brain on LSD. All right. So the android's mind continues to expand. And as it's expanding, it's able to pick up vibrations from Dr. Voss's life before they even knew each other years ago in the past. He would project images of her mother that were very dear to her. So this resonance increases and increases, and then they have this quote unquote shared awakening, right? Which is the title of the book of how they can relate, and it continues to grow to such a point that the institute where she's working begins to get nervous. They start saying,
Wow.
what if this thing, just goes rogue and, they can't control it? So they start the process of, getting the doctor to pull it back a little bit and, constrain its ability, but she doesn't really do it. What she does is, and I don't want to give the whole book away because if somebody's going to read it, they're going to know exactly what's happening. What
I'm
she
going to
does.
read it for sure and buy it
Okay.
for a bunch of people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's something in the book called the neural lattice. All right. Don't get hung up on any of the technology that I reference in the book. It's like meaningless compared to the emotional intimacy and relationship of what's going on in the book. So she downloads this neural lattice, which is basically the brain of the android, and is able to get it out of the institute before they shut the whole thing down.
Oh my
And
God.
they reemerge in this little apartment someplace, and she's able to reconstruct it And as she's doing that, its brain continues to expand to the point where um, it puts out like a 12 hertz tone that is an underlying theme that creates like a hum through the community. So you'll read later on in the book that a mechanic is, while he's repairing an automobile, is humming a tune that he never knew. All right. And the children will all breathe the same way before they ask a question in class. The lights flicker in unison at some points, and it's all a result of this androids. And his name is Lucian in the book, and I can actually share an image at some point. I can't pull it up quick enough, but picture a slim male ballet dancer, but with electronic circuitries running it through its body. All right.
Oh,
He's
beautiful.
and he's mellow. I wanted it to be I didn't want it to look like a robot. I wanted it to look like an electronic human that's peaceful, and it really worked. It really, really worked.
Oh my God, Steve, this is phenomenal. I'm
Yeah.
completely hooked. I'm so intrigued. I can't wait to get it. So where can we get it if we want to get the book?
All right. It's on Amazon. If you look for Shared Awakening by Steve Goren on Amazon, you'll find it. If you're a Kindle Unlimited participant, it's free to read. If you're not a Kindle Limited person, the ebook is $5, $4.99, and the paper book is $14.99.
Oh my God, I love
I
it.
also have it listed on Books By, but I had to raise the price there to cover the cost of shipping and printing and everything out. So I'm telling people, just buy it on Amazon. The shipping is faster. The only thing I would ask is, if one of my friends buys it, let me know that you bought it, because Amazon doesn't tell us, which is sad, because it would be great to follow up with a whole mailing list of, hey, I'm working on the second version of this book, the second edition,
Right.
But yeah, Amazon
And here's how you can know who got it. If people read it and then review it, the reviews come up. Were you going to say that, Leo?
No, I was going to say, everybody, if you want to get the book now, the link is actually in the description for the show. So whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube, or if you're listening via podcast later on, the description for this podcast will have the link to the book. Also for Melissa's tickets later on. If you're going to go to the description, click there, get it now.
Wow.
Great. And if anyone wants to discuss it with me, you can reach me on Facebook. Or if you want to email me, I can give you my email address, which is pythagoras51@gmail.com.
You know what we'll have you do when we bring Melissa on and we zoom you out temporarily? I want you to type that in, what you just said, so that people can reach you with that email. Because I think that's, to have a connection to a writer like that, it's amazing. The name of the book is Shared Awakening. Oh my God, it sounds phenomenal. I'm blown away. Oh my God. So let's just take a moment, because a lot of our friends have checked in, and I like to acknowledge them. Rick Sudi Caritas, hi Maria and Leo. Hi Rick. Rick is a screenwriter and a songwriter and a really funny comedian. Chris Arturo has joined us. He's in Florida right now, and he and Lynn Portis had lunch today or yesterday. Can you believe that? I think it was yesterday. And Chris and Lynn are doing a show together in April, and then again in June. And we're going to have Chris and Lynn on in April before they do their show. Ben Goldberg has checked in. Hello, Ben. We love Ben. How are you, my love? Andy Limpus has joined us. He's in California. Keith Torgan, who's a great songwriter and amazing artist, has checked in. Of course, Eudania Mesa Dominguez, my honey, and amazing, brilliant mind. Judy is always working on something incredible. And keep your eyes open for XX Land, it's called X Land, Judy's new series that she has created. Mind-blowing that all these beautiful people that I love, including Steve, are doing just incredible things. I'm so proud of my friends and my girlfriend.
I have a question for Steve. So,
Yeah, go,
how
Leo.
much research with Timothy Leary did you do, Mister, for the
Well,
LSD part? I'm just
let's just
curious.
put it this way. I did a fair amount of experimentation back when I was in my first year of college in 1970, 69, 70. And I can
Hey, that's the
definitely
year I was born.
attest to expanded consciousness, right? Lots of lights and colors. And I
Beautiful.
used a lot of descriptives in the book so that people could try to visualize what's going on as they're reading it.
Oh, I love that. Well, Steve, back in the day,
That's
before
good.
I got you. When I was a young lass, I enjoyed a little of that myself. So I
Yep.
know all about
Me too.
Leo, so how wonderful. And
Hmm.
I am
Tune was
so,
it tune in, turn on, drop out, drop out, tune in.
Turn on
I'm
and
trying to
drop
think.
out.
Yeah, turn on, drop
I
out.
love it. How
Timothy Leary.
cool. And folks, you don't have to do that. You can just read Steve's book and have the amazing experience of having your mind expanded like that. I am like so intrigued and I can't wait to get the book. And I'm going to get it for a bunch of my friends
Maria,
and
who is our? I can't believe. I can't. His name is escaping me right now. But our dancer who went to San Francisco works with you at Sverdlin. Look, Sverdlin.
Lucas Sverdlin.
That's who.
Lucas.
That's what I was thinking of when he was describing the dancer.
Yeah,
Right.
Lucas is an
In this,
amazing dancer. He's in the
so there's your
Nutcracker of the
casting
Year.
for the film.
Yep, he does San Francisco Ballet Company. He's always out there. Oakland Ballet Company. He's amazing and just a
I think
beautiful guy.
he's your
He-
AI guy.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
if that's what you see, I love it. So,
Yeah.
let me see what time it is. We're going to bring Steve back on. Okay, so Steve, don't go far. We're
Okay.
going to zoom in our friend Melissa, and we'll talk about Melissa's show coming up. We're very excited about that. And then we're going to bring you back in for the food section of the show.
Perfect.
Okay, so don't
Yeah.
go far, but everybody, Shared Awakening by Steve Goren. Please go to Amazon and get it immediately. You can get the e-reader, or I say just for me, I'm going to get the paperback. I love a good paperback, and then I put it on my bookshelf. And so this is just mind-blowing. I'm going to get one from my brother-in-law too, because he's in, he does all that stuff, all those amazing like computers. He's always been works in that world. So anyway, Steve Goren will be right back with us. We're going to zoom him out, and we're going to zoom in our friend Melissa Driscoll, who is doing this show. The audience is clapping for you, Steve. Wow. Thank you, Leo. Okay, don't go far. And Leo, will you bring in our friend? She's been my friend for so long. I love her so much. She works at the Stonewall Inn. She is one of the booking managers and just an amazing friend and does so many great things. But also she's a singer. And thank you. Thank you. And so we're going to zoom her in. There she is. Hi, Missy.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
I'm great, honey. So you are always doing something, always involved in some kind of show, or either producing it, or you're in it, or you're backing someone up, or now. And I saw your show at Green Room 42 a few years ago. I loved it, and it encouraged
Thank
me to do
you.
a show there as well, because I was like, oh my God, I just loved being there and all that you were presenting. So now your birthday's coming up, February 26th.
Yep.
The next day is February 27th. It's a Friday. And you are doing your show there. Now, John Bronson, our mutual friend that we are crazy about, is musically directing. And you have a band and everything. Tell us about the show.
Well, thank you, Maria. Yes, I was at your show as well. It was so good. So February 27th, when I reached out for dates, I've never done a Friday at any of the places I've worked or not worked in the city. I've been doing cabaret in the city since 2004 when I first met you. And really excited to try out a Friday night. So
Yeah.
John and I are doing 11 new songs. By new, I mean new to me.
I love
So
that.
learning. So it's about growing and learning. And the title is Show Up and Glow Up. And
I
so
love
the
that.
reason why we picked that title. I threw out a few titles with John because I collaborate with whomever I'm working with. It's a
Mhm.
collaboration. I just said, this past year has been one of the years where people really showed up for me. And I like to show up for anyone I
Well,
can, but
I can vouch for you do show up for people always.
thank you.
And
Oh, you
well,
taught me
thank
that.
you. No, you do, honey. You're a very amazing friend and coworker and collaborator. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Oh, no, no, no. So, it, you know, we like to say that this is, cabaret is not therapy and it's not trying to, I like to tell some jokes at my own expense sometimes, but really this show is really just celebrating people that show up. And I have a few stories and a few fun stories too, but just this year has been a strange year for me this past calendar year. And really people showed up for me and things are doing okay. So we're excited. So the instruments. So we wanted to color with broader strokes. And I said, well, how can we do that? Instruments. So we're going to have piano, bass, drums, and then we're adding a trumpet and a saxophone. And
Wow,
so,
Missy, this is a whole new thing.
yeah, I've never really, not by myself. I've participated with bands, of course,
Yeah,
but I'm really excited. And John is just an incredible arranger in
I
his
know he
own
is.
right. So
Speaking
a
of
lot of
John,
the
Frank
music,
Zahn
yep.
just zoomed in and he says,
Hey,
"Good evening, all.
Frank.
Hey, Melissa, it's going to be amazing." I agree, Frank. Frank's lovely, is John's husband, and he's just a great, supportive guy and also
Yeah.
very creative. Um, so your band, and I saw something that you also have dancers.
Yes, so we have our baby, our baby Andrew Grenowitz. I call him
Oh,
our
you know
baby
I'm
because
crazy about Andrew.
he's one of the new
I love him.
piano bar incredible talents that
He's such a
we've
good
plucked
person.
from the high seas. I met him on
So
Norwegian Cruise
talented and
Lines.
sweet. Yep.
He's amazing. So he's doing the choreography, and his friend Alex Dorst. I was supposed to write down the pronunciation, but his name is Alex, and he's an incredible dancer. And then we have, yeah, so he's doing choreography. And we're
Wow.
going to have they're going to be partner dancing with the two of them. Um, so I'm really excited about that. Putting on some choreography on me. We have rehearsal this weekend. I'm not going to bounce around a lot, but I'll be doing some
But Melissa,
choreographed
this
moves.
stuff is none of this is new to you because you did all those cruise ships and all that you did USO shows. When I met you, you were just coming off a USO show. So
Yes,
you're no stranger to that kind of presentation, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we're bringing back a little bit of that energy. And then John found a gem of a duet that I'm going to do with Sarah Glassman. And she'll be in front of the piano, not behind the piano.
Oh,
And
okay,
so it's
great.
just an obscure duet that Josh Bennett, did the charts for us, and that's a hidden
Okay.
talent. I don't know how hidden it is, but he did incredible charts. It's incredible. So
Wow.
we're just like collaborating with all of our friends, and
Yeah,
it's
you
it's
just never
just
know
really
all
fun.
these, like you said, all these hidden talents that our friends do have, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we're
Now
excited.
let's do the date again is February 27th. At what time?
February February 27th, 7 p.m. at the Green Room 42.
Which I love,
And
love, love that room, and I love the sound is pristine. It's
it's
perfect.
so good. I'm really excited. And also, again, expressing ourselves with broader strokes, taking chances. And even though this isn't a complete reinvention, it is in the fact that at my age, we're over 50. I am ready to just like bust at the seams. I just want to like do it
Yeah,
all
and we have to
and
enjoy our
just try
lives.
things.
I
Yeah.
know. I agree, honey. I totally agree. And I love birthday shows. Like I try to do a birthday show every few years. It's not every year, but every few years, and I do it in different places. But it makes me feel so happy to be on the planet. I'm like,
Right.
this is, we're creative people. We like to, that's how we express ourselves and our gratitude to the world for being part of it. So I love this. Now, another thing I love about Green Room 42, because I work nights and I work a lot of the same nights that people are doing shows, I feel like I miss everything. But what's so great about Green Room 42 is they have an incredible, the best I've ever seen live stream. So I will certainly be getting, because I work Friday nights, but I'll be getting a live stream ticket. And
Thanks,
so, of course, I mean, I wish I could be there. It's just, it's impossible, and then to get to work on time. But they have a great live stream. So if you're out of state and you want to see Melissa's show, or you're working, the beauty of Green Room 42 is when you buy your live stream ticket, it's good for a week. So you don't have to watch it like at that moment. You can watch it when you come back. You can stop it and like freeze it. Like sometimes, like I was watching Shanna's show, I stopped and freeze it. I was cooking. I would come back. It's just a wonderful extra little thing that they do. And it's such a good live stream. And the sound man there, Glover.
Sheridan. Yeah.
Yes, Sheridan
Oh,
Glover is the best of the
best.
best.
So fun and nice and
nice and
answers all your
detailed.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. Like I said, I can't physically be there, but that doesn't mean that I can't be there and watch it and enjoy
you.
it. So
thank you, Maria.
I encourage a lot of our out-of-state friends and people that are, like as I said, you go to the Green Room 42 website, you find Melissa's show, and then you click on the live stream is literally I think it's like because they always have, everything has a fee. I think it comes to like $26 or 21 or something. It's ridiculously low. Like you can't even walk in McDonald's and out of McDonald's for that price. Come on. So it's worth it. It's wonderful. But really, you want to get the full experience. If you're in town, go to the show. And you have a band, 5-piece band, dancers. John Bronson is the musical director. Who's your band? Who's in your band, honey?
So right now, I know that Drew Bastian, who does a lot of the shows you've seen, and I'm sure you've worked with him in some of the stuff we've done at Stonewall. And I believe his friend Ian is available, and he's going to do it. And the rest, we're kind of waiting on some responses. But we have when we have rehearsal, they'll all be there. So.
Yes, of course, and it's going to be wonderful. So it's 5 pieces. It's going to be great. Melissa's wonderful and sweet and giving and funny, and a lovely, lovely, lovely person. And it's going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you, Maria.
Also, Melissa does an incredible job at Stonewall. So, Melissa, what is your title there exactly? I just know that you put out a lot of fires, and you take care of all of us and book our shows. And so, what is your official title at Stonewall?
So, the official title, I am the manager of events, and then my secondary title, which I do a certain amount of hours a week, I'm assisting Kurt Kelly.
Yeah.
And that can be anything from someone who wants to talk about filming something there to an inquiry about, we had an inquiry recently about doing some oyster shucking from a lesbian oyster shucking situation. So, I mean, it literally can be anything. And if you want,
you can't make this,
another
you can't
show,
even write this stuff. You can't
the inquiries.
And then we have benefits there, and there's huge events and corporate events, but also like movie releases. You know, we had Sophia Coppola was there over the summer.
Yes.
Just Audra Day was there. Glenn Close was there. You know, it's just incredible. Lorna Luft was there. It's just so many amazing people at the Stonewall, and we have done so many. Alexis Hunter was there, Lori's client and our friend. Just amazing. So the Stonewall Inn, and I'm wearing my Stonewall shirt to represent. And I'm not going to go crazy, but I want to say, as we speak, there is a gathering at Stonewall outside because the Stonewall Inn, thank you, President Obama, was designated a national landmark when Obama was in office. And I want to say 2017. I think that's right.
It's 2016.
16. Okay. Right. Oh, thank you. And it was beautiful. I was there. I remember that day. Like it was such a special, I knew it was a special day when I was standing there. I said, I'll never forget this day. And because of the ridiculousness of what's happening. It's like another Target now, and it's stupid. And I'm not even going to give it any volume. I'm just saying that we at the Stonewall Inn are good people. We work hard. We love each other. We love our fellow man. We love the community. And the community ripples out like the SIGB, which is Stonewall and Gives Back Initiative. Has to
Stacy
Kurt,
was right there talking today.
Stacy and Kurt have
news.
traveled literally around the world to create safe spaces for LGBTQ plus community. So thank you that you continue to do the wonderful work. I love it there. I'm extremely proud to work there. And thank you. So now don't go anywhere because we're going to zoom in our friend Steve Goren, amazing writer of Shared Awakening. And we're going to do the food section of our show. So where is he? Where's our friend Steve? There he is. Hi, Steve. Now, Steve is not just our friend. He's also an amazing cook. You can ask Terry, but Steve is a great, great cook. So what did I make tonight? Everything has to have a theme with me. So because of the Stonewall Inn and what's happening with the flag, and as I said, I don't want to even give it too much, but so this is rainbow. It's called Rainbow Rotini. That's why I cooked it tonight. I had a box that said Rainbow Rotini. So I made Rainbow Rotini pasta, and I have these are shrimp. So the shrimp were cooked in Kerrygold butter, garlic, white wine, and crushed red peppers, which I love. And that goes over our Rainbow Rotini. So, and that's what we're having for dinner. I mean, our main dish. Salad. I love salad. So this is endive, radicchio, escarole, craisins, Persian cucumbers, and I'm going to put a cinnamon, pear, balsamic vinegar on this, and an extra virgin olive oil. And this is going to be delicious. The only thing missing is something crunchy. I might throw some sunflower seeds on that, which I didn't put. And then for our dessert, because Valentine's Day is coming up this Saturday, these are from Trader Joe's. They're raspberry jelly cookies. So that's our dessert tonight. Yes. So what Steve said, yeah, too bad it's virtual. I know, Leo. Listen.
Valentine's Day?
Well, who might this little Cupid with the cute little tushy be? This is Dan Pardo. He also works at Stonewall. He's our friend. He's an incredible musical director, and he was so excited. But he's also a cyclist. So I always tease him about because he's straight. I go, Dan, you've got the best tushy of any straight guy I've ever seen. So he was.
Maria, are you on keto? Are you on keto this week? Because I was going to say I didn't see any buns.
Oh, wow. No, I am not on keto. I'm a portion controlling. Let's put it that way. I'm just eating less, but because we're going to Paris next week. But anyway, yes. So Dan Pardo is our Mr. February. If you want a calendar, I still have some. They're $15 and they're worth every penny. It's one hottie after another. But I got to give a big shout out to Dan. Melissa, what do you think? Pretty sexy, right?
I mean, Dan is one of my favorites.
Me too.
He's
I
so
love
nice.
Dan. He's wonderful. So that's Dan Pardo at the Stonewall Inn. He's at Marie's. He's at I want to say he's at 54 below. He's at where does Sarah work?
Townhouse.
Yeah, thank you.
Townhouse.
He's at the Townhouse. He's at the Duplex. He's everywhere, and he's a sweetheart. So that is on Mr. February. Now, I always do this, Steve. At the end of the show, I ask people to talk about, like we're all creatives here, right? And we like to inspire other creative people. And you're creative in so many ways, Steve. Like I know you're a great chef as well. Like what's your favorite thing to eat and what's your favorite thing to make?
Okay. My signature dish that people kind of know is my zuppa de pêche, right?
Cute.
With my own,
whoa, wow.
Right? With my own homemade simmered for 8 hours sauce, right?
That's not an easy thing to make.
I know. I start from scratch. I don't use any jarred stuff.
Wow.
Um, San Marzano, crushed tomatoes, a lot of garlic,
I'm
um,
impressed.
extra virgin olive oil, my combination of Italian seasonings, and that just simmers and simmers and simmers. Then I steam my shrimp. Oh no, actually, I saute my shrimp in garlic and onions. Take the shrimp out, steam the mussels, clams, and sometimes a lobster. If we're doing that, and then I
Yeah.
add the shrimp back in, and then over pasta with the sauce, and
Oh
people
my
love
God,
it.
phenomenal. That is right up my alley.
Okay,
Fantastic.
when you come
When
up to
I
the
come
house, I
over,
will make it.
yes,
Okay.
I love that. Sounds delicious. And Melissa, what's your favorite thing? Like, after your show, what are you going to order?
In that neighborhood, I'd probably want fried pickles. I have
Fried
something that
pickles? I love
my,
that. I
my
wasn't
friends call the
expecting
pickle
that
place.
answer.
I mean, it's just that we'll be in that neighborhood in the
Yes,
in the
you'll be in Hell's
42nd Street
Kitchen.
area.
Oh, I love
Um,
that.
but yeah, I'm on a wonton kick right now. I have this place by me called Miss Wonton. I think they opened up like a year and a half ago.
Oh, I'm
It
going to
is
check it
so
out.
delicious. It's so good. It's
Yeah,
Miss
that's up
Wonton. It's
by
been
Brandy's, right?
this is on 75th and New York.
Okay,
So
all right. Yeah, I love that
so
neighborhood.
close by. So wontons, dumplings. Tomorrow at work we're doing a big Chinese New Year celebration. So I did all the ordering and I ordered dim sum for 100 people, and I don't even know if 100 people are coming, but I'll have some to
Wow.
take home.
I
That's been my
love
big
that.
thing.
That sounds wonderful, honey. That
My
sounds
favorite
so
thing to
great.
make are tacos.
Can't go wrong with tacos.
Tacos. Yeah.
Leo makes
Oh my goodness.
delicious. What are those tamales that you make, Leo? Oh my God.
My mole
Wow.
tamales. You know what I was
Yes.
thinking of Sunday though? I was thinking, oh my goodness, I wish I was close enough to get empanada mamas delivered to me.
I love
Sunday I was missing empanada mamas.
that is one of my reward foods. Like sometimes after the duplex when I'm so tired that I want to cry because that's a
The
long
Belgian
shift. And
white chocolate with
I
the banana.
just
Oh my God.
I just call into Empanada Mama and pick up, and that's it. The Viagra, which is the seafood. Steve, have you ever had the Empanada Mama? Do you know where that is?
No.
It's on 50. Next time when you come back to the city, it's on 51st and 9th, and they have other locations, but that's the one closest to
Okay.
you. And it's
Hell's
the
Kitchen,
most
right?
delicious empanadas you'll ever have in your life. And they have one called the Viagra, which is all seafood. It's phenomenal. And then they have just like everything, the Cuban, the Brazilian, but the Viagra, that's right up your alley, like me. I love the seafood. So, okay, now we're almost at the end of our show. So I always ask our guests, and Leo, of course, especially in these days, we all need to encourage each other a lot. And I feel like my friendships have deepened and my love for my family has deepened and my gratitude has deepened. And I find that creative people are really making this world a better place. So why don't we start with Melissa? Melissa, if someone that you know and love is like kind of stuck in a rut, or maybe they're just not feeling creative and they need a little inspiration, what would you say to them? What keeps you going even on the hard days creatively?
I would say go see something. I mean, it can be a cabaret show, it could be piano bar, it could be a Broadway show, an off-Broadway show, your local band. Like if you know anyone in a band, that's their second thing they do, like or maybe their third. Like, or maybe it's their top thing they do, but go see someone, go see something. And it doesn't even have to cost that much. There's so many websites out there that you can hit, lottery, of course, but there's a lot of other websites you can go to get free and or really inexpensive tickets if you're on a budget.
Yeah.
And then ask someone if they have a discount code or comps or something if you're stretched thin. But I would say go see something
Right.
live, something live. And if you're an artist, like a visual artist or a painter, go do all of those things. But in the musical realm, I would say just go see something, support
Yeah, I
people.
love that.
Just
I
go see
love
it for
that.
your own brain and your soul.
Wonderful. And Steve, what do you think? What when you're stuck or when maybe a friend is stuck, or what would you say? And I'm not talking about writer's block. I'm talking about elevating ourselves to live in that creative life. Like, what's your advice?
Right. My advice is, I think everyone has a little bit of something that they feel passionate about. Um, they sit quietly and they think about something, whether it's singing or writing or learning how to skateboard. All right. They
Mm,
have a passion. Be fearless, try it, pursue it, and if it inspires you, don't ever stop doing it. Just keep on exploring, and you'll get there. You'll get there, I
yes.
promise.
I love that. I love that. You know what? I sometimes, believe it or not, like if I things come out of nowhere, I feel like, did you do this, Steve, when you were writing a book? Did you have a little like notebook that you'd get ideas and just write them in there sometimes? Or
Yeah, yeah, I did. I did. It was, I wrote this book in 4 months, and I did
well,
it
that was
mostly
channeled then.
fast. I did it at night. When things quiet down, and I spent between 9 p.m. and around 2 a.m., doing my writing, and if I
Wow,
was driving down the road and I had a thought about something, I would just hit my phone and record the thought so that I didn't lose it. But
that's
that's a good
great.
thing to do, is so you don't forget things. I'm a lot older than you guys, and I don't remember as much as I used
No,
to,
I
but
have to do that too musically. Like if
yep,
I think of a song, I have to hit my record button too and do that. Um,
yep,
One of the things that I've been doing lately, uh, that has been very helpful, I've been writing emails to myself.
I do that. Yep.
Yeah, I just am like, even from my phone, I'm like, I don't want to forget where I am going with this, or something that I just saw that was so beautiful that I don't want to forget this thought or scary or whatever. And I just send myself an email, quick email. And that
Yep.
helps, Leo, how about you, honey?
I went to look for the pad, but then I forgot what I was looking for. Um,
Leo, what are we going to do with you?
I've been thinking. A lot of people our age, or a little younger, at least they're adults, are still in the me kind of phase. And I work with kids, and it's something I guess that my parents taught me, that guest services taught me, that when you're giving something to somebody, don't let them do the work. And that's what I feel about the kids. I've been still on my butt a little bit, but it hasn't stopped me from preparing camps and making sure that everything is set up so when the kids get there, the kids, their experience is what we're giving to them. So if you're an adult, just remember that they're younger ones. Give to them. Give the little to them.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Let
pass it
them feel
on,
that magic.
and
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. And like even I know, like, there are groups that I belong to that say you can't keep it unless you give it away. Like, you just if you're feeling sorry for yourself, do something nice for someone else that you get out of your own way. You know what I mean? And I always say we have it better than most.
Yep.
When I'm sometimes I feel like complaining or I'm tired, or like today my knee went out again. I'm like, what the hell? And I thought, Maria, you're not in a war torn zone. You have a roof over your head. You have jobs that you love. Stop complaining. And it just got me out of myself.
Yep.
So once again, Melissa Driscoll's show is at what the name of the show again, Missy? I'm sorry.
Show
Show
up and
go.
glow up.
Show up and I love that. Show up and glow up, Melissa Driscoll with a 5-piece band and special guests. Musical director is our wonderful friend who we adore and respect, John Bronson, who, by the way, is with me on Saturday nights at Brandy's. Come and see us. That's going to be February 27th, Friday night, 7 p.m. at Green Room 42. And Steve Goren, my friend, who I love so much, Shared Awakening is his. It's a novel, so, right, Steve? It's a novel. It's not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's.
325 pages worth of novel.
Oh my God, I can't wait. And Steve Goren, Shared Awakening, and it sounds phenomenal. So go to Amazon or Books by but Amazon, he says the prices are a little bit better. So whatever you want to do. But if you do read it and you love it, which you will, please leave a review so Steve knows you bought the book, or reach out to him so he knows you bought the book. Okay?
The links for Amazon are in the description, as well as the link for this fabulous show that I can't go to. Well, I can watch though.
That's
So
right.
if you're
That's
like
right.
in California like me,
You
get
can
the
watch
virtual
Melissa's
one.
show like I will,
Thank you,
because I
Leah.
work. So Taylor Patty has joined us too. We love Taylor. Okay, so everybody, please. Oh, wait, Joe Moscaratola. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. How are you, honey? I just noticed that he had popped on.
Yeah, that
Frank
was in
John,
there.
I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. No. Okay. And please, Steve, give my love to Terry Ross of TerryRossJewelry.com, who is my dear, dear friend, who I love and so talented. And remember, folks, be nice to each other. Don't stress too much. Stay awake, stay alert, stay involved. Do not give up under any circumstances. I promise you, things are turning and they will get better. We must not give up. That's what they want. They want us to give up. I have my Stonewall shirt. Shout out to the Stonewall Inn and everybody that supports it. And just remember, Leo, thank you. I'd be lost without you. I love you guys. Come back every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to listen to us in podcast, you can go to mariagentili.com or what's the story with maria.com or any podcast. This is going into podcasts right after the show, thanks to Leo. So remember, we love and appreciate you, and we'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Leo.